the spirit of the season. We give you the reason to celebrate Christmas. Power 951. Wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Power 95.1. The rampant play with the best station. At the nicest time when Christmas come. Tune in and lock on. Power 951. Style after style, we a play for the holiday. No vibe, no style when Power Day. Spirit of the season, make we have fun. Don't know. Power 951.
Wanna dance and groove to your favorite song? Just turn your radio on. Tune in to Power 951. The spirit of the season. We give you the reason to celebrate Christmas. Power 951. Wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Power 95, the spirit of the season. The views expressed in the following program aren't necessarily those of Power 95. Ladies' Room comes to you compliments of Renwick and Thompson Limited and Beacon Insurance.
When you get to a certain age, different things drive you. Like the anticipation of a new adventure, the comfort of having friends who've become family, or just enjoying that journey to the next destination. At Beacon, we've given our 50-plus drivers more value and greater convenience with hassle-free sign-up, flexible payment plans, and free benefits. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacongrenada.com for a quote today. And let us help you keep doing what drives you.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they're prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
And we're up and running again on this rainy Thursday morning. Yeah, it's a wet one, guys. But we good, right? So rain was rain to popcorn. Like really? Rain to popcorn, Fatty? Fatty, good morning. You want to popcorn, yes? Alright, my friend. It's weather for... Let me tell you what I feel like eating today. But before I do, let me just say morning and welcome to everyone on the live. Good morning, Shante. Good morning. Good morning, Fatima. Lisa, good morning. Morning, Jenalyn Andel Lewis. Morning, Jayla Board. Good morning, Kadina. Good morning, Marlene. Morning, Aruna and her inmates. Glendolyn Simpson, good morning. How are you? Good morning, Christine, Christelle, Rita, Marsha. I ain't check your hold on. I ain't check your status for the morning yet. In this rain, I'm sure there's something going on over there. Let me check your stories. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me take the before I open and let me see if I see you first. Listen, Marsha stories has been like a whole movie. What I tell you? One time I opened Marsha, I stand up in line in the supermarket and I take a fastness and open Marsha stories on WhatsApp. Listen, I nearly mashed up my phone trying to close it and make it worse. I had the sound on. Hello? That boy disgusting. You know nothing to yet. You have old posts from yesterday. Yeah, you know nothing you have a van, like you planning to buy a big van for your Christmas. All right, and happy birthday to somebody. So you know nothing yet. Considering this weather, I'm shocked. Terrence Wells, welcome back. Haven't seen you in a long time. Morning, Benedict Shillingford. Good morning, Marianne. Empress J. Grant. Good morning. J. Douglas Adams. Good morning. How are thou? I'm in a good mood today. Good morning, Claudine. Sonia, good morning. Good morning, Fidel. Kizzy, good morning. Hey, Kizzy, you get a dream? I'm going out with you. Haven't seen you here in a while. Yeah, it's a rainy Thursday. Good morning to those of you on YouTube, or if you're listening on radio or online. Good morning. You know, I feel for like split pea soup with a lot of pigtail, cow heel, corn, dumpling, and sweet potatoes. That's what I feel for today. Today's weather calls for a nice split pea soup with, corn and pigtail and yeah, I'm gonna make that today. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling for. Morning, Barbara. Yeah, today's one of those days when you need something hot on your chest. Don could just say that's true. You didn't give me hot attack once. I'm telling you, the point is disgusting bad. You have to check first. You have to check first before you open. Yeah, so that's what I'm feeling for today. A nice soup. A nice soup. Yeah. Alvin Louison, well, whatever you feel for, go get it. Love Sponge, good morning. Nah, for real. With one thing that I never liked before, and now I sort of developed an appetite for it, cornmeal dumplings. I used to hate cornmeal dumplings back in the day. It felt like it's just this rough, and you're chewing, and it feel like you're eating dust in your mouth. So I never liked it. That and cuckoo were two things I absolutely disliked. But now I find myself liking cuckoo and cornmeal dumplings. I guess the same as you get older, your taste and appetite for certain things change. But maybe then, back in the day, when your parents didn't have much, so they made do with things around the home. Callaloo soup is one thing you're not getting me to eat anytime soon. I absolutely dislike callaloo soup. Because that's what we had back then. Like, we ate what we grew. When you say, grow what you eat and eat what you grow, we literally lived that life. You had a little drain with callaloo. You got your dash in there one time. You had a little patch of corn. You had your peas, sorrel. You have your lemongrass growing on the side. You have your big time. Everything. Cabbage, lettuce, carrots. You had your little chicken in the yard. Rabbits. So you literally knew what you were eating. The animals you ate, the chicken and what have you, had fall. You gave them corn or threw out leftovers, so you know what they were eating. So I guess that's why people were a bit more healthy, and back then you didn't hear much about cancer. Cancer, when you heard about it, was like, oh, sounds like a foreign thing. But now every time you look around, you're seeing somebody young on the death, when you inquire, oh, that person died from cancer. And I think it has a lot to do with our eating habits. We're living in a faster paced environment. We're constantly on the go. We're not cooking the things that we used to. Before, eating out used to be a little like luxury. You didn't eat out. Your mother cooked every day. You came home from school to a homemade meal. Even if there's no meat in it, like callaloo soup, that's why I don't like it. You know what? It's like, we were abused. They would send you to the shop, right? And you would buy a pound of chicken wings and maybe a quarter pound of saltfish. And it's to go in the pot. But it's like going in the pot was just for flavor. You never saw it in your bowl. Like your parents and the older siblings got. But when it trickled down, if you're lucky, piece of saltfish get away. Because callaloo soup thick. So if you ain't mash up in it, you probably get away, and while eating it, you accidentally bite into a piece and you're like, hey. So it's something that I really don't like. It's something I rice and callaloo with saltfish, rice, callaloo stew, callaloo soup. During the week, I look forward to 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, because Saturday they'll go to the market and get fresh cow heel and beef, and you're sure on a nice beef soup on a Saturday. That was like a staple. And on a Sunday, you know you're getting a good pie and salad and, you know, the whole 9 yards. So I love the weekends. You know you'll get a good meal. During the week was like one pot. So Sean says split pea soup is what I'm cooking later. Yeah. I read enough pigtail turkey wings. Nah. You know one thing I don't like? Turkey wing soup. Why are you making turkey wing soup? Went to buy a soup the other day at a certain place. I thinking it's a nice hot chicken soup. Well, not the other day, but a couple weeks, before I went on vacation. You know when you prime up yourself and you sit down now to eat your chicken soup, some big pieces of turkey in there. Turkey is for stewing. A nice stew turkey with young fig and sweet potato and them thing. I don't know. Listen, if you know you're cooking any turkey soup, don't ask me, don't invite me, don't. But turkey soup. Turkey, that's big pieces of fatty thing that's oily. Some big junk of no. Turkey is not for soup. Turkey is for stew. Nothing beats a nice stew turkey. So don't put no stew turkey in no soup. No turkey wings in no soup and give me, please. I just say I used to love yard full until I see a neighbor. Oh, ew. You see why I tell you it's disgusting, Marisha? Like, seriously. Like, why would you have to put that out there? Why couldn't you just keep that image in your head for yourself? Oh my gosh, you make me feel like throwing up. Why did I have to see that? Like, why didn't I just pass your stuff straight? Felicia said, well, turkey in soup is good. I want no turkey in no soup. Jackie, leave me alone. Somebody says they love this part of the show when the countryside come out. Hello, I keep telling y'all I'm not tongue girl, all right? Kerwin, good morning. So, we have a little situation on hand. Y'all want to run my show or I run in my show? Which one? Okay. So, International Men's Day, it's coming up on the 19th. International Men's Day. So I think this topic to end the week is very timely. And it's like, y'all are running around your house instead of running your house. And it seems women these days are the one wearing the pants and have invisible testicles, because how in this situation as a man and as a father, you basically have to do what the woman says. Otherwise, it seems as though it's hit the road jack. I keep talking to y'all about bringing children into these situations that they didn't ask to be brought into. Situations where parents are making lousy decisions and children are the ones having to be at the brunt of their idiotic decisions, basically. So these two people were in a relationship and broke up for whatever reason. And it so happened that, according to the story, the gentleman went back to the ex, right? And in so doing, the ex is also a baby mother. And shortly after breaking up, the lady found out she was pregnant and decided, to keep the baby. She said he cut off all contact with her. So over time, she said, as I hurt, he healed and decided to, raise the baby on her own. She said he hasn't paid a single cent, even though she put him on child support, and the baby's now a year old. However, he reached out to her recently to tell her that he wanted to be part of the child's life. And although he's still with the lady he went back to, and their older 3 children, and the lady says, because of the history that they have, she wanted to have like a sit-down mother to mother, especially if he wants the child to be able to come there. Well, the plot twist is, he said the lady doesn't feel comfortable with the baby in her house, not in their house, in her house, and around her and his children. So cool, she said she's not responsible, that I just feel different about it, as if my emotions are all over the place now on how I feel about her. She was content with the fact that he wasn't involved in my child's life, even to the point where he was totally ignoring this child. He says he's a rock stuck in a hard place because he feels his life has been so screwed up, and feeling like because he has a child out there he doesn't engage with. So she wants to know, what do I do? What do I say? The mama bear in me feels like giving her a piece of my mind, and the other part of me wants to tell him to find another place to live so that he can be part of all his children's lives and not just hers. What would you suggest I say to him? First of all, you can't make demands. And you can't force somebody to do what they don't want to do. Right? Do nothing. Keep yourself and your child away from all of that drama. Homeboy would be ready to be a dad if he put his foot down and told her he was going to be in his child's life regardless. So he obviously here knows who's, they say who pays the piper, sings the tune. The lady's obviously in charge, and he's in her place, so it's her rules. He would be ready to be a dad if he put his foot down and be a man and step up and say, like, listen, okay, this is the situation. This is my child, and I want to be in my child's life. I respect that you don't want the child in your place, and there's nothing that you as the other mother can do about it. It's all right whether or not to have your child in her house. It would be beautiful if, as a mother herself, she would want that. It would be absolutely amazing. But unfortunately, that's not the case, and you can't force her. She does not have to accept it because it's not her child; it's his child. So he has to be the one to bend and make adjustments to see his child. She doesn't have to do anything if she doesn't want to. So I'm not even gonna, waste time on her. You just wish that as a woman and as a mother, you would want the best for another woman's child, and wouldn't want the child to be, feeling like an outcast. But like I said, that's her choice. You can't really force her, right? So my thing is, he would be ready to be a dad if he put his foot down and told her he was going to be in his child's life regardless. Or if he had the sense to know that anyone that isn't okay with his child, he shouldn't be with anyway. But that's another story. He should make these decisions on his own without your involvement. You have one job, and that is to protect your child, and that is all you can do in this situation. You can't give her no peace of mind. What are you going to say to her? It is her prerogative. It is her house, her place, and she doesn't want your child around. What peace of mind do you have to give her? That's her choice. She's going to have to deal with her conscience later on, but there's nothing you can do. I wouldn't do anything. Let him figure it out. You've been doing your best by yourself. Continue to do your best. Because I, for one, wouldn't be comfortable with my child being at another woman's house, knowing she feels the way she feels. There's no way. You don't know what the lady could do to your child, a little pinch and a little slap on abusing your child. So it's best that your child stays away from that environment. Mind your business. Carry on as you've been carrying on. And because basically you have no right to insert yourself. The lady ain't keeping him away, come to think about it. He's choosing to stay away. He's a grown man. Because if he really wanted to, he will. So she's not keeping him away. It's a case of having his cake and eating it. Maybe he's not in a position to find other place other accommodations. Maybe he can't afford to stay somewhere else or get a place on his own to be able to see all his children. So he has to work with what he got. It's not for you to figure out what he needs to do about his relationship with his child. She doesn't want the baby around, leave it at that. That has nothing to do with you either. All of this is his to deal with. You need to straighten out if he wants to be with someone that doesn't want his child around. He needs to decide all of it. When he's ready to be a responsible father, he will be. So although he might be talking and lip service and he wants to see the child, he's obviously not in a good place to see any child because the lady says she does not want said child in your place. And as a matter of fact, being in his child's life, that child doesn't have to be at her home. You could make arrangements for them to meet, go on the beach, go for a little ice cream, take for a couple hours or something, and then you drop off at a certain time. So that is absolutely no excuse. Keep your child with you and carry on with your life. Don't call, don't text. If you see them, look the other way. Don't send your child over there, you might regret it. That's his problem, not yours. Forget him and her. If she doesn't push him to take care of his child or has to be told, then they're perfect for each other. They're perfect. If he wants to be in his child's life, let him. I'm not telling you to don't let him see the child. If he makes requests to do it, fine. As long as it's not at the house. Maybe do it. I'm sure he has other family members. Are his parents alive? His sisters? Any other siblings that he can take the child with? So at least spend a day with? Something. Jackie ain't looking for no heat, no papa. You want, what's going on outside there? Is it because you have another lady's room outside? So, like I said, not much you can really do. Marisha says these stories has missed us so much, but we can only give advice on what they tell us. If they're withholding info, what happens after the advice given is on them. Exactly. That's why some women say they don't want men. Jacqueline, I hope you maintain that. It's not an easy. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not for the weak of heart to deal with a man who has children. It is not, especially more than one. It's not for the weak of heart. So unless you're mentally and physically prepared, I would not advise. You know, unless they have their ish together, they have an understanding, and who knows what to do, who knows their place basically, who knows, where's my light on? Who knows how to deal with, be adults and understand that, hey, this is about the child and not us, and take our feelings out of it. A lot of the times that's the problem. People don't know when to remove their personal feelings and realize, hey, it's not about me. It's about this child. What's best for this child. What's in this child's best interest. Instead, a lot of the time, people put what's in their best interest first, and then not realizing that it's affecting the child. I don't get it. A relationship is over. Finito. We move on. Oh, cost them, you know. Let me come off the phone. As I was saying, my heart very faint and I don't want no part of that. No, for real. You have to be really strong. And you have to make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into. Ask questions. What is the relationship like with the mothers of these children or the mother of this child? How do you co-parent? What's your time frame? How do you support? And, you know, it really bleeds my heart when you have women encouraging men not to take care of their children. It I don't know. It's like, especially if you have children of your own, why would you not want your children to have their father in their lives? I don't get it. I really, really don't.
Yeah, morning time.
Morning time.
Ajme, I had to see it. That man had to take the title of Papuntan, to be quite honest. I know people that have unfortunate circumstances that has put them in less than favorable positions, right?
True.
I don't say no. If the wife, the lady with now making more money and she home and you're living with her and all this thing, that's all and fine. But don't stress out the next woman, right? And I'm gonna tell this next woman something. Protect your child, keep your child safe. You have been doing that from the time the child was born. Continue to do that. You understand? He's a primary parent in that child's life. Continue to do that. If the man want to be part of the child's life, he could. He doesn't. You don't have to send the child with him to bring in the woman place. And as then he could pick up the child from school, he could drop off the child at school, he could, go to the park, go to the movies, Oh, well, I guess it's not movies, not movies, but there are other things that he can do to be part of the child life, especially when the current lady does not want that child around her. You understand? So my advice to you is don't worry about my man. They sort of your own business. Take care of your child and your mental state.
Agreed. I'm not gonna take on additional stress because, like I said, it is a lady's prerogative whether she wants a child in her home or not. But like I said, it is just unfortunate that women think will support something like that or encourage something like that. When you're a mother yourself, you would encourage a father to not have a relationship with their child. How would you feel if the roles were reversed? Because he's there. The children, you have 3 children with him. He's present in their life. And you see the impact it makes on them. Why wouldn't you want that for another child? It's not like they're together. They're no longer together. So to me, if there are any insecurities or what have you, it will be better to have the child in your home. That way you can monitor what's going on and you know where he's at. You know where the child's at. You know where your man is at. And he's not meeting up under the disguise of going to see the child with the mother. But like I said, a lot of the times you focus as adults on how you feel, how a situation makes you feel, and you lose sight of what truly matters, which is the child's best interest. If only parents, mothers, fathers, were to start thinking about the best interests of their child or children, we wouldn't have all these horror stories where co-parenting is concerned. A lot of the time it's to do with the fact that people are in their feelings, a relationship ends for whatever reason, this person moved on, they're with another man, they're with another woman, they're doing them, and you focus on what they're doing as an adult instead of focusing on how the absence is impacting your child or children. You more focus on how it makes you feel. You feel a type of way that person moved on. So that innocent child now becomes collateral damage. For what? Like I said, again and again, adults, parents, y'all need to get out of y'all feelings and co-parent. Get out of your feelings and be a parent. That's all. And if you did that, you would have less problems. Realize, hey, you know what? Things didn't work out for whatever reason, but we have this little person here that came about as a result of when we were good once upon a time. We're no longer good. Wish the person well and take care of your responsibility. The feelings and the emotions. Y'all busy monitoring each other, checking each other's social media pages, asking questions about who you see them with, where you see them. That's not your business. Y'all are no longer together. Inquire about your child. How is your child doing? How are your children doing in school? How can you make sure you're always there? Y'all don't even go to PTA meetings the way y'all go around looking for information on the people. I don't get it. And as a man, you're in your other children's life, but here you are making excuses. Grow some and be a man. Be a man about it. Do the right thing. Be a responsible parent. Take care of your child. Spend time with your child. How do you even sleep at night knowing that you're laying next to somebody who does not want you to be a parent to your child or is not encouraging you? That should be the first reason to run. If you're a man or woman and they'll gladly encourage you to not see your child. Don't study she, let she mind she child. Let she get the next man to mind she child. Like, how do you even... I don't get it. I don't get it. A man that wants to be in his child's life will be there. No one and nothing will ever get in the way of that. You shouldn't have to tell him or suggest anything on how he should arrange his life to see his child. You don't. Your child deserves better. Much better. So, do what you wish with this. But like I said, do nothing. Marriage was saying the next thing you know, she don't want she don't want the man in the child life because the man don't want to be Father, be offense. Anyways, I hope whoever needs to hear this heard it, because this isn't an isolated situation. I'm sure there are lots of you out there listening who's probably in similar situations where your children are not part the child's father or mother isn't part of their life for whatever reason. But like I said, put feelings aside. All right? Focus on what's important, which is taking care of the child, living up to your responsibilities, and ensuring that their needs are met. Be a parent. Be a parent before anything else. Thank you so much, Beacon Insurance and Western Union, for powering us up. And thank you to everyone for checking into the room today. I truly appreciate you guys. All right, so have a good Thursday. Stay dry, and we'll see you back in the room next week, God's will. And to say at 11 a.m. in the forenoon. Blessed weekend to everyone, especially me. If you want to listen to me Monday, I still drunk. Jacqueline, when is your birthday again? When is your birthday, Jacqueline? I need to find a way to block Debbie. I honestly need to find a way to block you. You're doing too much now. What is thank you very much, Debbie Crooney. Tuesday. So how your birthday Tuesday and you're drunk Monday? You know what, Jackie? Goodbye. Have a good one.